Welcome to the, sorry, what happened here now? All right. Okay. Welcome to the HIV Studies Module 4. The course code for this module is HS40D4. My name is S. Dube and I'm going to be the presenter for this module. Let's look at the course content, meaning what it is that we are going to cover. This course content consists of the following units: the impact of HIV/AIDS in the world of work, the legal framework for HIV and AIDS in the workplace, conducting a health status and knowledge attitude and practices analysis in the workplace, assessing the human resource management environment for HIV and AIDS, developing an HIV and AIDS workplace management system, operationalizing and an HIV and AIDS workplace program policy. The response of the formal business sector to HIV/AIDS, the informal economy and HIV and AIDS, a critical analysis or study of the national AIDS policy of Namibia, a study of the national response to HIV and AIDS, MTP3 and the national strategic framework, understanding national sentinel health survey reports and an analytical study, contributions of multi-sectoral agencies to combat HIV and AIDS, evaluation of the contributions or interventions by civil society in Namibia in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Learning outcomes. This module aims to provide the historical and conceptual background of the human rights movement, present an overview of international and regional legal frameworks in the field of human rights, conventions, covenants, declarations, introduce students to the links between HIV/AIDS and human rights and why human rights are fundamental. Let's look at the introductory overview. This manual has been designed to assist students in developing an improved understanding of the impact of HIV/AIDS on the world of work by examining the impact, the importance of the responding by formal businesses by introducing workplace programs that are working. The manual also examines the importance of baseline health status and knowledge, attitudes, and practices of workers in relation to HIV and AIDS and the issues for informal economy. Students are assisted to develop critical analytical skills, and this focuses on the attendant surveys, the national response to HIV and AIDS, the role of civil society, and the contributions of the multi-sectoral organizations to the fight against HIV/AIDS. The impact of HIV and AIDS and also the aspect of society is immense. This manual focuses on the world of work, the business response, the formal economy, and the issues involved. Monitoring of the incidence and prevalence of HIV and the national response are reviewed and critically analyzed, as well as the contributions by civil society and the multi-sectoral organizations. This manual contains the most current information available, but students are reminded of the evolving nature of HIV/AIDS and the national responses, and the contributions and related reports may become available while this manual is out of circulation. So I cannot stress the importance of actually updating yourself with the current and the latest developments. Hence, I would strongly encourage you to work with your librarians to help you access documents on EBSCO, help you access documents on online journals, HIV-related journals, in order for you to remain up to date. Let's look at assignments. So this module is a year module, and you are required to do 8 assignments, 4 in the first semester and the other 4 in the second semester. And each assignment carries 25 marks. Assignment 1. The impact of HIV and AIDS on the world of work is enormous. Give an analytical view of this statement. There is no doubt that HIV impacts badly on the workforce, and therefore students must know what is the effect, what is the impact of HIV and AIDS in the world of work. And this takes you perhaps to do a smaller survey using your research methodology. Because remember, when you learn something in your study area, such as literature review, you must already be able to apply some of these skills to your best advantage. You can interview a couple of companies to just gain an understanding how HIV is actually impacting the world of work. And like I said in the previous engagements, we do have students who have actually done some of the studies, like the 2016 class of the 2016 class of HIV/AIDS management. They really did a very, very wonderful job. There are some research which they have done in line with the world of work, and you can actually access some of those research outputs. The second assignment is discuss the legal framework for HIV and AIDS in the workplace. There is a lot of legal issues that are tied to HIV and AIDS in the workplace, and what are these? If you go to the Legal Aid Center, they do have quite a lot of extensive literature, and they've done quite a lot of work in the world of HIV in the workplace, and you are likely to get some very good literature around that as well. Assignment 3, the national response to HIV and AIDS clearly recognizes the importance of the workplace policy and operationalization. Elaborate and give your view on the situation in Namibia. There is no doubt that if you go to MTP3, it is always referred to as the game changer in terms of HIV and AIDS. I would strongly encourage you to go and look at MTP3, Medium Term Plan 3, in order to really have a good background on how the nation how Namibia responded to HIV and where the country is currently going to in terms of the fight against HIV. The informal economy has not been given enough attention in the fight against HIV and AIDS. Discuss your opinions on the situation in Namibia with feasible recommendations. There is no doubt that we have a very strong informal economics. Actually, there's someone who wrote a book recently. Some of you are readers or enthusiastic about reading. You can get this book. It's called Carcinomics. Carci from what people normally say, Carci meaning the locasi. So you must remember that when people there are two sides of economy. There's this formal economy, which you are very familiar with. Then there's this informal economy, which actually is absorbing a lot of people. And most of the people, they literally survive. They make money, they generate income, they pay school fees, they pay rent, they do all the other things through this informal economy. And it is said that most of the people have not been given attention towards HIV and AIDS. So we want you to really do some work on that, because if these people are not protected, there is a danger that we are going to run into. And also, as a student, come up with feasible recommendation. What can be done to make sure that the informal economy, people who are working in the formal economy, are not left behind in terms of HIV and AIDS prevention, care, treatment, and support. Because right now, as I'm speaking, there's a student who is actually doing a research, or who did a research rather, on the informal economy versus TB, the management. And some of the findings that the student came up with were very, very surprising. Assignment 5, having baseline information on wellness and HIV and AIDS knowledge of workers is important for the workplace. Discuss the issues involved and design an assessment tool to collect such information. So in the world of work, we need to know how much HIV is going on. There are tools which one can use to assess or to check how much HIV is in the workplace. Therefore, we want you to be able to actually make an assessment to say, how can you measure HIV in the workplace in order for you to make informed decisions, that so much so that these decisions can be used even to influence management on how they can handle HIV in the workplace. Assignment 6, antenatal surveys inform government on the prevalence of HIV in the country and whether interventions are addressing the target set. Conduct an analytical study of the National Antenatal Survey reports with specific reference to 2015 and 2017. So antenatal surveys play a very, very important role. This is how we are able to tell how much HIV do we have in the country. Therefore, in looking for you as an HIV/AIDS management student, you need to have a good understanding where is this, what are the challenges, what are the successes about the National Antenatal Survey, and what can be done in order to make them very effective in informing government and the entire country on how HIV can be dealt with. Assignment 7. Study the MTP3 of the government of Namibia with reference to the latest strategic framework, and then make a discussion. So, like I said earlier, MTP3 really is a game changer in the fight against HIV. Therefore, we want you to be able to compare the two. What is it that MTP3 looked at, and what is the national strategic framework actually dealing with? You should be able to compare these two to see how is it strengthening, how is it working on issues of HIV and AIDS, to make sure that we scale down and we narrow down the impact of HIV in our communities. In assignment 8, which is your last assignment, civil society contributes immensely to the fight against HIV and AIDS in Namibia. Review the latest evaluation report and give your comments and recommendations for future improvements and interventions. There is no doubt that we have a very strong presence of civil society. We've got NGOs, CBOs, FBOs. These have played a very important role in the fight against HIV. Of course, our worry is that since the Namibia was elevated to the upper middle income class, most of the civil society or the civil organizations have literally closed shop. So only those which are well managed and have good leadership have been able to survive. And there is no harm in actually visiting some of these NGOs. Some of them include Catholic AIDS Action, Philippi Trust, Lifeline Childline Namibia, the Red Cross Society, and try to get what exactly they've been doing for the past years they've been existing in terms of HIV and AIDS before attempting this assignment. And I want to stress one thing, that the study of HIV/AIDS management is a very practical field. It's a very, very practical. It's not theoretical. You need to visit organizations, you need to visit ministries, you need to talk to relevant authorities in order for you to have a very good understanding, and also to place yourself in a very privileged status of a student or a graduate who really knows what it is that they are doing. And in conclusion, students are strongly encouraged to read extensively before attempting the assignments. My contact details are readily available in the tutorials. Feel free to contact me. And all I can say is happy and exciting journey ahead. I thank you.